So Jai Hind all, my name is Babita. I am assistant professor in MC department at Akgec Engineering College, Ghaziabad. So today in this lecture series we are going to start the second lecture in problem solving using C. So this is the second lecture, and this lecture is beneficial for the MCA students according AKTU curriculum. So let's get start. So today we are going to discuss the topic is C tokens. Yeah, we can say the tokens in a C language, right? So our objectives of this lecture, we will come to know about the what are the types of the tokens, and here the uses of the different kinds of tokens in the C language. So what is the token? Token is a in a C language, token defined as the smallest individual elements. So we can say whenever we start learning the C language, we will start the very basic unit. Just for example, whenever we start to learn any kind of language, just for example like Hindi and English, when we start to learn Hindi and English, we will learn first of all the character set of that particular language, like A, B, C, D, like this. Same as if we are we are coming in the field of language, computer language, and we will talk about the C language. So C language, the basic fundamental units start with the C tokens, right? So token is the smallest individual units. As we already tell about the like Hindi language, so what is the smallest unit in the Hindi language? Like the characters, right? As same as in English language, what is the smallest elements of the English language? Like A, B, C, like we can say the character set, right? So same as the in a C language, the smallest unit is known as the tokens. So token is the basic component of the C program. As we already discussed when we discussed the first lecture in this series, what is the C program? C program is the nothing but it is the collection of some set of instructions, right? And what is these instructions? Instructions are particular statement. So instruction is a particular statements we will which we will instruct to the programmer or user, right? So tokens is the basic component of the C program. Just for example, we will write a basic program like printf hello world, right? So this is the instruction because we are instructing something to the user. So when we will implement the instruction, and we will use some characters, and these characters known as the C tokens. It is also known as the building block or character set of the C language, because C language is the procedural language and it works on some particular libraries, and these libraries already defined by the system programmer. So if I am talking about the some tokens, so which we already fixed, yeah, the meanings of that particular words keywords already fixed by the programmers. For example, we will already discuss C language is just like the other languages, we can say like Hindi or English. So here we have some different kinds of C tokens. If I am talking about the C programming language, so we have already some rich set of tokens in which we will discuss the individuals like keywords, identifiers, constants, strings, special symbols and operators. So these are the basic terms which we will find in a predefined manners and known as the C tokens. So first we will get start with the first keyword, right? So keyword is nothing but it is a special C tokens, just like we will considered as the building blocks of a program statements, because if I am talking a word and a keyword, so as we see the meaning already specified. Word is any kind of we have a normal words, but keywords, whenever we will talk about the keywords, that it specify meaning itself. That means this keyword may have some reserve words. And what is the meaning of reserve words? The meaning of reserve words, that means the actual meaning is already defined by the programmer. When C programming is designed by the system programmer and the meaning of that particular keywords is defined already, that means we cannot change the purpose of that particular words, we cannot change the meaning of these words. So that is known as the keyword. As we see in the definition, all keywords have a fixed meaning and cannot be changed. So we will discussed already ki keyword already specified, already means fixed by the system programmer. The meaning also specified at the time of programming, and we cannot change and we cannot use for other purposes, right? So keyword cannot be used for normal identifiers name. So basically, if I am talking about some kinds of keywords which we will support by the C programming, here we have a like int is used for integer type of values. Right? And break, go to, char and switch. So these are some keywords which will support by the C language, right? So if I'm talking about the how many keywords C languages support, so there is a 32 keywords in a C language, right? So basically we have the set of 32 keywords in the C language. So next we will talk about the identifiers. In the previous slide we will come to the normal identifiers. So question is that what is the identifiers? So basically we will definitely come to know about this identifiers. So identifier are used as the general terminology for the naming of variables. So first of all we have to know about the variable. What is the variable? I just explain these all terms with a simple example, and here I have I written a simple program. As you know, C language is known for its simplicity and ease of use. So basically I am designing a simple code. Here we have some header files, and we will start the execution of the C program with the main function, and this main function may be as a void type or as a int type, right? So there is the start and there is the close. Whenever we are talking about the function, so function is always known in the particular block of code, right? So here we have some declaration like A and B. So if I am saying these are the variables, right? So if I am saying ki these are the variables, so variable is the some terminology which we will use for naming purpose, and the same as the we will define as a identifier also, but identifier has some specific meaning apart from the system keywords, right? So both uppercase and lowercase letters can be used as a identifier. In a C language we can say identifiers may be in uppercase and lowercase. But as we know that C is the case sensitive language, so basically I mean to say we will care about where we will use a uppercase and a lowercase as the identifier. A special symbol underscore, whenever we have some approach, just for example I have two words in a single, for example function name. function name. Just for example, कि I have an opportunity to merge two names या two words together to define a single name or to define the identifiers. In this case, we will use the symbol underscore to combine two different words. So there is a basic some rules to whenever we define the identifiers, just as a first character must be an alphabet. When we will declare the identifiers and we will naming the identifiers, we come to take care about the some conditions and some rules, and the rules is that first character of the identifier always alphabets, right? So second condition is that the identifier must consist only the letters, digits and underscore. This sentence tells about whenever we declaring an identifier, we will use some letters, and this is the first condition ki an identifier always start with alphabetics. So basically what we want to say here, like I am telling a name. So name, this is the first character and it is a always, this is the valid identifier name. But I am saying like 1 2 3 Dev, just for example. So I am saying this is not the valid identifier, because condition is that an identifier always start with the alphabet, right? It will be it may be combination of these particular terms, like you may combine the letters, you may combine the some digits, and you may combine some underscore symbols. As we already discussed, whenever we combine two words, just for example array name, so here array is a separate word and name is a separate word. If I am declaring these particular terms as an identifier, so if I am declaring as, this syntax is considered as a wrong, but I am applying underscore symbol between the two words, this is the valid identifier name. Just I am saying this, right? So next condition is that should not be a keyword and should not have any blank spaces. So basically here we will discussed already. In identifiers name there is no applicable blank spaces and keyword. Just for example, we have a 32 keywords in a C language, and among the 32 keywords, any word, like for example I use a switch as a identifier, so we cannot do this because switch is the keyword. So basically what I am saying here, identifiers is apart from the keywords. So this is the concept of the identifier in the C language, right? Next we will come on the constant. So what is the constant? First of all, we come to know about what is the constant. As you heard previously, I am talking about a keyword, I am talking about a term, that is the variable. So here we have a two terms, variable and constant. So basically when we distinguish between them, we come to know the actual meaning of the constant and variable. So variable is also the some naming terminology in the C program, and constant also, right? So variable always in a variable form, like the value of the variable is vary. That means it's not in a fixed nature, right? If I am talking about the constant, constant is always considered as the constant refers to the variable with the fixed value. I am talking about the same thing, like for example int a. So here a is the variable, but if I am applying, I am assigning some value to a variable. So here a is the variable and 10 is the constant. So basically we come to know about the meaning of the constant. Whenever we are working on a variable, if I am assigning some kind of values to the variable, so this value, because it cannot be changed any time, कभी भी हम इसको चेंज नहीं कर सकते, बट द वैल्यू ऑफ a may be vary. If I am saying this time a is the 10, but another time I am saying a is a 20. So what is change here? The value of a any time, every time will change, but the value of 20 can change? No. So that is the constant, right? Are you getting my point? So constant, the value cannot be modified in the program once they are defined. So here the meaning of this statement is same as, if I am saying ki here we have a program and I am saying like main function, and here I am declaring a variable with 10 value. So the whole program, in the whole program, a is a 10. So it never change during the whole execution of the program. Once I declared some values to correspondence the variable, it will static, or it will be considered as a same type any time in the whole programs, right? Next we will talk about the string. This is very important question, very important concept in the C tokens, right? If this is the component of the C tokens, okay? So basically string is that. Before discussing string, I will definitely introduce with the concept of array, because after understanding array, you will get the actual meaning and actual implementation of the string. So what is the array? Array is nothing but it is a collection of same kind of value, or you can say same type of values, right? In this case, the kind of value may vary it may be integer type of value, it may be float type of value, it may be char type of value, right? So whenever an array behaves like a integer or like a float type, that we will call simply as array. But if I am expressing the array concept in the context of character, so basically it sounds the meaning of string, right? So here what come to know, string is nothing but it is the collection of, string is a collection of characters. So here characters may vary, right? Characters may be alphabet or characters may be any number, numeric value, right? So basically if I am saying hello, so what is the hello? Hello is here a string, right? And if I am saying 110011001, what is this? This is also a string, but here string is the collection of characters, and in this case string is a collection of numeric values, or we can say some integer bits, right? So this is the basic concept of the string. So string is string are nothing but it is an array of characters. As we already discussed about it, the basic difference between the array and the string. So this is the basic difference. Whenever we will work on the array, there is no need to terminate the array at the end, right? But whenever we will work on the string, definitely I have to terminate string with a value, and this value is always known as maybe null value or maybe 0, right? So this is the basic difference between the array concept and the string concept. Are you getting my point? String always end with the null value. This is the condition. String always null value or null character, right? But array, no need to terminate any kind of value. So this null character indicates the end of the string. String are always enclosed in double quotation marks, right? So this is also another basic difference between an array or between a string. String is always considered which is enclosed in the double quotation marks. If I am saying, if I enclose some particular data like ABC, so this is the string or not? This is not a string, because in a single quotation any kind of value considered as a character. But in double quotation, I am saying, yeah, I am writing anything else, it will always considered as a string. This is the basic difference between the string and particular concept. So this is very important component of the C tokens. Next we will talk about some special symbols, and these special symbols is used by are used by the programmers during the program designing. Right? Whenever we design a code, whenever we write a code of a C program, we used some special symbols. Just for example, I am saying a program will start with some particular like this. So what is this? This is a symbol, and this symbol shows the starting and ending of the program execution. Yeah, starting and ending of the any particular of program. Yeah, we may call it as a function, right? So what is this? This is the starting and this is the ending, right? So this kind of particular symbols is known as a special symbols. As the name itself specify, meaning these special symbol have a special meaning, right? And special purpose for which they are used. We cannot use as any kind of purpose. We can use in a some specific purpose which defines the meaning of actual these symbols, right? So special symbols are used in a C programs having some special meaning, as we already mentioned here. They cannot be used for other purposes already. So here some examples like a 1 minute, sir. Here are some examples in which we mention some kind of symbols like bracket. So these brackets show the concept. Here we may use in the concept of array. Whenever we define the size of the array, so this size is always enclosed this particular brackets. And if I am saying this kind of symbols and this kind of symbols always represent along with the function. I am declaring any kind of function. It may be system defined function, it may be user defined function. So always we will use that parenthesis and they have a special meaning, right? So here some other symbols that we will use in the C code, like comma to separate the more than one statements, and column to specify the essential invokes in the functions, right? Asterisk symbol that show the pointer variable and always represent the address of the particular variable, right? So this is the concept of special symbol. Next we will talk about the operators. So what is the operator? Operator is a symbol that tells computer to operate or to perform some mathematical or logical manipulation on the particular data. So here we have some set of operators which will support by the C language. First is the arithmetic operator, as its name specify, meaning arithmetic we can say like plus, subtraction, multiplication and division and modular division, right? So here we have some arithmetic operators, and the condition is that operators is always performed on some operands, and operands is nothing but it is a variable on these the operators is performed. There is some category of the operators like a unary operator, binary operator and some ternary operators. So this is the uses and the actual implementation of the operators depends on the operands, right? So here some other category like logical operator, as its name specify, logical operators, that means we will find the yes or no answer in the case. If I am saying the logical operators, here we have a and or and specify both condition will be satisfied, or specify at least one condition will be satisfied in the program, right? Some increment and decrement operators. If I am saying synthetically what is the practical scenario of the increment, if I am saying I plus plus, so this is the increment operator, because this operator increase the value of I by 1. So I am writing this particular syntax as like I is become I plus 1. So suppose I have a whatever value like 10. So now the actual implementation and final output of this particular statement or syntax, this is 10 plus 1, that is 11, right? So this particular approach in this in which we can implement the concept of operators. Next we will talk about the conditional operator. It always perform in the case of if else condition. This will we will discuss in the next lecture series. And last one, the bitwise operators. So these kinds of some terms which is included in the C token, we can say the basic foundation and basic character set of the C language. Thank you so much.